If nature followed logic alone, humans should not exist. Not as hunters. Not as survivors. Not even as a temporary species. We are, biologically speaking, under-equipped. No claws designed for killing. No armor for protection. No venom for defense. No speed for escape. Strip a human of tools, and almost every predator on Earth becomes a real threat. A wolf does not need strategy. A crocodile does not need patience. A big cat does not need intelligence. But a human alone needs everything just to survive one night. So the real mystery is not why humans are strong. The mystery is why we were never removed. Because nature does not tolerate imbalance for long. And yet, something unusual happened once humans appeared across different ecosystems. Large animals did not just compete with humans. They started disappearing. Not instantly. Not dramatically. But gradually and consistently. Across continents, the pattern repeats. When humans arrive, large animals decline. But nothing about human biology explains this. No physical advantage. No natural weapon evolution. No biological superiority. So again, we are left with the same question: what exactly changed the rules? Every obvious answer breaks down under pressure. Tools? Other species used them first. Fire? Nature made it before we did. Group hunting? Wolves. Lions. Hyenas. All of it existed long before humans arrived. None of it explains the outcome. To understand it, we have to shift perspective. Not to the hunter, but to the hunted. Imagine you are an animal in an open landscape. Your survival depends on one simple rule. Danger appears, you escape, life resets. Everything in your nervous system is built around this cycle. Short events. Clear threats. Finite encounters. But now imagine something breaks that cycle. A presence that does not behave like a normal predator. You see it far away. You escape easily. You rest. But later, it is still there. Not attacking. Not rushing. Not giving up. Just continuing. This breaks something fundamental in survival logic. Because prey animals are not built to handle threats that extend beyond immediate time. They are built for moments. Not endurance. And that is where fear changes shape. It is no longer fear of being caught. It becomes fear of something worse, a threat that does not end. And then humans did something no predator before them had done. They did not need to be faster. They did not need to be stronger. They just needed to still be there. Hours later. Still moving. Still tracking. Still present. Humans were the first species that turned time itself into a weapon. But endurance alone does not explain everything. Because staying in the chase for hours requires something far stranger than stamina. It requires a mind that refuses to let go of something it can no longer see. Most animals live inside the present moment. They respond to what exists. Sound. Movement. Smell. Their world resets constantly. But humans do something unnatural. They continue reality even when reality disappears. This is the real shift. Humans are not just reacting to the world. They are simulating it. Now think about early survival. Tracking is not simply following signs. It is reconstructing events that are no longer visible. A broken branch becomes direction. A footprint becomes time estimation. A disturbed patch of ground becomes behavior prediction. But then something critical happens, the evidence stops. And instead of stopping too, the human mind continues the pattern. It builds a future from incomplete data. This is extremely rare in nature. Because most animals require constant confirmation to continue action. Humans do not. Humans can walk into uncertainty and still commit to direction. That means behavior is no longer controlled by present reality. It is controlled by predicted reality. And that is a dangerous thing to give a species. Because now behavior is no longer controlled by what is real. It is controlled by what might be real. Acting without proof. Moving without confirmation. Persisting without any signal that it is working. This creates a new type of survival advantage, endurance inside uncertainty. Not physical endurance. Mental endurance. The ability to stay committed to something that does not respond back. And this trait did not disappear when hunting ended. It evolved into modern behavior. It appears in every long-term human struggle. A scientist holding onto a theory the world has already rejected. A person rebuilding after losing everything with no guarantee it works. A creator making something nobody asked for yet. All of them are running the same ancient code. The same mechanism that kept a hunter moving forward when the trail went cold. And this is where the deeper truth appears. Maybe humans were never designed to dominate through force. Maybe dominance was just a side effect of something else entirely. The ability to keep thinking forward, when nature provides no reward for continuing. Because in nature, most systems stop when feedback stops. But humans don't. We continue. We imagine. We persist. We refuse to close the loop too early. And that is the invisible advantage. Not strength. Not speed. Not intelligence alone. But the refusal to stop inside uncertainty. And maybe that is why nature never built a defense against us. Because nothing else ever learned. How to never stop thinking.